Welcome everyone, my name's Ali. I am back from LA where I attended E3 2017 and was lucky enough to get hands-on with Call of Duty World War 2. I'm sure you've already seen early gameplay here on the channel. If you haven't, it'll be linked on screen and in the description. Go and check it out because it is absolutely amazing and you guys seem to be really liking it as well. Now, since there was only a limited number of people that got to attend E3 and play World War 2, I wanted to come to you guys today and show you all the weapons that were available at the E3 build of COD World War 2, go through them one by one and let you know exactly how they felt, which weapons are feeling a little bit stronger than some of the others, and just give you guys a lowdown on all of the weapons so far within Call of Duty World War 2. Now, the beta will be kicking off later in August, so that's when we all get a chance to play the game, and once the betas end, a lot of weapons will be fine-tuned and tweaked for the final release once COD comes out in on November the 3rd this year, so that's very exciting. But we're going to be taking a look at all of these primary weapons within Call of Duty World War 2 and letting you guys know what I think of them. So, we're going to be kicking off with the M1 Garand, which falls into the infantry unit, which is one of the divisions that basically holds all of the assault rifles. So for those guys that don't know, there are 5 divisions this year in Call of Duty World War 2, and each division has certain basically perks or attributes that are only applied to those divisions and also contains only a set number of weapons. So the infantry holds all the assault rifles. So the M1 Garand is a classic weapon within Call of Duty. It is semi-automatic, so you've got a tap fire to shoot all of those bullets, and it was extremely strong in Call of Duty World War 2. It could fire very fast, didn't feel limited in terms of how fast you could shoot it, but because of the weapon kick, which is quite high, and that's quite consistent across the board within all the weapons in Call of Duty World War 2, you didn't want to shoot it that fast. So M1 Garand, extremely strong. If you like those semi-automatic assault rifles like I do, this is definitely a weapon you should keep an eye on, and was very strong when I played it at E3 for the Call of Duty World War 2 first hands-on session. Next on, moving on to the BAR assault rifle. This came with a very nice aperture sight attachment, which meant it was very easy to lock down enemies and shoot them down. So I'm not sure what the iron sights would have been like on this weapon. But with the build of this weapon that we got to use, it was one of the go-to weapons for a lot of people to use at Call of Duty World War 2. And a lot of the competitive guys said the BAR was one of the best weapons in the game so far as well. Fully automatic, low recoil, high damage, and a nice sight on it. You couldn't really go wrong with the BAR. And those were the 2 assault rifles that were available for us to use at Call of Duty World War 2 available at E3. So it's the only assault rifles we've used so far, both very strong. I love assault rifles, they're looking great, guys. Moving on to the airborne division, this contained 2 very well-known submachine guns. The first one being the Thompson M1928. Now, I love the Tommy gun. I think it's amazing. I've actually just been playing some Call of Duty World at War today, and it reminded me how much I love that gun. However, in this build of Call of Duty World War 2, the Tommy gun had a lot of recoil, definitely more than the MP40, which is the other SMG that was available. And as a result, at any sort of substantial distance beyond mid-range, it did have a little bit too much kick, and as a result, it wasn't great. You'd either hip fire with it close range, or just spray people down if they managed to run in front of you and you were running around a corner. Now, as I said, there's quite a consistent amount of recoil on all of the weapons across the board in COD World War 2, and I actually left the Thompson alone and mainly focused on the MP40, as did a lot of the other people that were playing the game. So all of the SMGs within the airborne division have the ability to put on and take off a suppressor on their submachine guns. Now, as far as you know, that means that none of the other weapons can be suppressed within the game, which means it gives a big advantage to the airborne unit when it comes to the SMGs. The MP40 was a gun that everyone used a lot. I used a lot, and although it did have a lot of visual recoil, if you were tap firing and you stayed consistent and you were confident with your shot, you could get people at quite long distances as well. So the MP40 that is known to be a very good gun from Call of Duty World at War all the way back in the day from COD 5 is very good still within Call of Duty World War 2, so keep an eye on it. Next on, we're moving on to the Armored Division, which holds all of the LMGs. There were 2 LMGs available again. The Lewis, which is the first one we're going to take a look at. I didn't use too much. The iron sights were okay, definitely had a little bit of kick. Obviously, as LMGs go, they've often got high damage, slow fire rate, and a lot of ammunition, basically. So the LMGs felt very strong within COD World War 2. However, because of the fact a little bit slower, a little bit more sluggish with them, I didn't really use them very much. In fact, I only ever picked them up to use them. And the second LMG was the MG15. Now, you may have seen this in one of my early gameplay videos already. And it has amazing iron sights, very low recoil. And because it has so much magazine size capacity, you could shoot down so many enemies and never really have to reload. And from the few times I picked it up, it was a very, very strong go-to weapon that I'd highly recommend. So the armored unit coming out with some solid LMGs, and definitely have to give them a go. Don't write them off, guys. They are very, very good indeed. We're now moving on to the mountain class, which contained the M1903 Sniper, very similar to the Springfield Sniper that we used to within Cod 5 World at War, and this did have aim assist on it. We used to no aim assist from Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on the snipers, which made it a lot harder, but this sniper with the sniper rifle sight did have aim assist, and when you held your breath, everything around the outside of the scope would gradually get black until everything was blacked out, until just the sights within the scope were basically all you could see. So it's quite a nice little feature there for when you were holding down your breath, getting ready to shoot the enemies. It felt very strong. I did get a few clicks with this weapon, I am proud to say. And if you like sniping, you're going to love sniping within this game, because the second sniper rifle that was available was the Kar 98 iron sights. Now, the Kar was one of my favorite sniper rifles from Cod 5, and I keep on comparing it to Cod 5 because World at War is one of the most similar Call of Duties to this game, and I absolutely loved it. However, this build, this sniper only had the Kar with iron sights and no scope detachment, and as a result, it had no aim assist on it, and it was very, very noticeable. I'm not sure if that's a trend they're going to take forward, where if you've got a scope on the sniper, it will have aim assist. However, if you're going for iron sights, it won't have aim assist. Again, this will probably be something we fine-tuned and adjust within the beta leading up to its final release in November. I only managed to get one kill with the Kar, which I picked up while defending or capturing B while playing domination. It was not easy to get clips with. Even the snipers said it wasn't easy to get clips with. So we'll have to see what they do with the aim assist on the iron sight and scope detachments, and see if they can continue that trend through with the rest of the snipers for full release. Finally, the expeditionary class contained shotguns. We started off with the Winchester 1897. I didn't use the snipers very much, the shotguns, sorry, very much. I think both LMGs and shotguns are my least used classes within Call of Duty. However, the Winchester as a huge, powerful shotgun was very fun to use, and although I didn't get many kills with it and didn't use it too much, you could definitely kill enemies very, very quickly within range and drop them hot like they had no idea what on earth had just happened, and it was very fun to at least run around with shotguns and give them the go within Call of Duty World War II. The final shotgun was the Toggle Action, and I didn't actually get a chance to use this within the firing range mode. However, I did record a little bit of gameplay with it off camera. It definitely felt a lot weaker than the Winchester because of the fact it was semi-automatic and you could shoot it a little bit faster. I would lean towards the Winchester out of these two. I'd rather get that definite one-hit kill than have to fire off a few slug shells to get the kill, and if it's firing a little bit slower, it's giving the enemy that time to shoot back at you, and it didn't feel quite as strong as I wanted it to be, and didn't quite have the range I wanted it to have either, unfortunately. So guys, those were all of the 10 primary weapons that were available to use within Call of Duty World War II at E3, and hope you guys have enjoyed my little analysis of all of them, and maybe gives you a little bit better idea of the weapons that you're going to be leaning towards more so when the beta comes out, and you guys can all jump on and play it yourself for Call of Duty World War II. I'm also going to be covering all of the kill streaks as well, because there were quite a few in the build, although not many people managed to get the higher ones, but I'll let you guys know what they all are in a video very, very soon, so look out for that. If I had to say my go-to weapons, I would say MP40 and the BAR are the two weapons that stand out the most at the moment and were extremely, extremely strong, and most people were using at E3 when they were all playing the game as well. So there we go, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big fat thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found this video informative. I'll keep you guys updated with even more Call of Duty World War II videos, so stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you next time for a brand new video.